Do you like Five Nights at Freddy's? Of course you have. Pretty much everybody and their mother has already played the game and already seen the movie, which I'm going to talk about today's video. That totally... what? Okay, so I just got done watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions here and there, but overall just say my whole experience about the movie. So, I'll try my best to just describe the movie with what I know so far from it. It was a pretty good watch, I gotta say. I pretty much enjoyed myself. I literally like just woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning just to watch this movie. And need I mind you, never do that because the movie will spook you sometimes. But like Balloon Boy being there, just, I don't know why he's there. But yeah, the movie is great. The movie starts out with Mike Schmidt working a security job at what's it called? A mini mall or something. He winds up beating up a guy who thought and I thought that was like, I don't know, kidnapping a child or something like that. It's like, hey, you coming with me? And then he's like, no, daddy, no. And he just like, Mike just out of nowhere just straight up tackled the guy. He starts beating the ever-living life out of him. And then he somehow got fired from his job, and it's like, I thought that was like kind of a dumb thing to do. Well, not being like the father, but just getting fired for that. I mean, Mike had like very good suspicions that he alone thought that he was getting captured, but no, that was just his dad just taking care of his kid. Well, being forcibly dragged away. Anyway, moving on. I don't know how to do reviews. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to recap the movie. I don't know. I'll try my best to just recap the whole thing in general. Like, I don't know. This is like supposed to be a thoughts and opinion thing, but I'm just like rambling on here. And then we get to like that scene where Abby, Mike's sister, apparently. So Mike has a sister now, and I'm not entirely sure if that's entirely true to the game, but I'll take what the movie throws at me at some point. Mike's sister Abby was drawing pictures that Mike couldn't really understand, and he like, I don't know, he had like a little counselor. He went to the like counselor's office for Abby's school, and then his aunt was there. Total B, by the way. Abby's supposedly mom or something. I'm not entirely sure, but her mom, I think, was trying to like take custody of Mike's sister away from him so that Mike all in all, her aunt, I totally forgot what her name was. It's a good thing too because he was a total jerkwad at the time. Her aunt was trying to like ruin Mike Schmidt from whatever he is that he's trying to do. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that he was trying to form a lawsuit, and then she had like a whole lawyer over there. The lawyer clearly looked uncomfortable from where I was seeing the movie. Like he really didn't want to be here. Like he was like shoulder up like this and just like holding. Wait, where's the thing? He was literally like holding this briefcase like this, and he's like, "Ma'am, I don't want to be here." No discredit to the actor. He played a fine role, but he was just sitting there, not giving you the care in the world for the aunts, which in my defense is a very good move because he was a jerkwad at the time, as I said before. Pop back to a few minutes later in the movie, and safe to say, Mike got offered a job from some guy named Stuart. I'm not entirely sure. Stuart, on the other hand, I'll get to that by possibly the end of this video. Stuart offered Mike a job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. What? No, why? It's a good thing I have this too because I can poke my head with it. Also, didn't mention this video is going to be up on Halloween or today if you guys are watching this, but happy Halloween. I hope you guys dress up as funny characters and stuff like that. If you guys are dressing up, leave your comments down below to see what so I can see what you guys' costume ideas are. I'll probably hold like what's it called, the Halloween stuff on my Discord server in the description below as well, so be on guard for that. I'm not very good at planning things. But yeah, we get to a few minutes later in the movie, and Mike got offered a job. And he takes it. After much consideration, he takes the job. I mean, he denied it before, but Stuart managed to like convince him, so to speak. And safe to say, Mike really took the job. He was like really struggling out here, as we all do, from finding jobs and stuff like that, me included. Then we get to Mike and Abby, and Max, Mike's cousin. I don't know. Yeah, he had like an unknown family that I didn't know about, or at least I didn't read up on the lore and stuff like that. I mean, I don't play the games heavily for the lore. I just play the games because they seem like fun and they genuinely give me a good spook. Max was watching over Abby while he took the night shift, and then Mike started having dreams about his brother Garrett, who was being taken away, and you know, and then he wakes up in the pizzeria. There we go. That's the thing. He wakes up in the pizzeria, and somehow it's like these weird hallucinations and stuff like that. Cut forward to the next day. Abby, not Abby. Why do I keep saying Abby? Abby's like the most important character in this thing. But Max and her aunt and the lawyer and some other dude there, which I claim to be Max's brother. I'm not entirely sure, but they were trying to like find a way to bring Mike down. And wouldn't you know it, Matt Pat from the Game Theory shows up in the movie. A first cameo of the YouTube community. Matt, I hate you. In all seriousness, I'm very happy and very surprised to see Matt Pat in this thing. I saw like, well, a little bit surprised because I saw like a little snippet of here and there on Twitter or X, if you would call it. I saw that I saw a little glimpse of Matt Pat in there. I was like, what? No way. I want to see it for myself. And when you know it, Matt Pat was almost about to say a theory. Yes, I'm not joking. Look deep into my eyes. Anywho, we cut to the next day, and then Mike's at the office again, trying to sleep his woes away, and then someone gets confronted by these 5 kids, who I'm guessing is supposed to be representing the animatronics. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't look too wildly into it. I didn't even go. I wanted to go back and just watch it again, but you know, I'm just like getting my thoughts out of here and just get it out there in the world. When Mike wakes up, he somehow finds somebody at the front door, to say the least. Or I mean, he saw it from the cameras and stuff like that. We meet this new character named Vanessa, who plays a very crucial part in the story, in the movie, and overall, she gets very acquainted with Mike, like very acquainted. I thought they're gonna end up being a thing. Boys are wrong. Anywho, Vanessa introduces him to the animatronics, Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Bonnie. I think there's like a 5th one, but I'm not gonna say who yet. And everything just goes smoothly from here on out. And then the next day, Abby wanted to go to the place. Oh wait, did I ever tell you that? No. Wait, scratch that. I'm not good with this. Backtrack from there on out. They decided to Max and the others came up with or his aunt, or the brother of Max and the aunt, came up with a very inclusive plan. Very dumb on their part, in a way. A very inclusive plan to trash the place and give the criminal stuff to Mike Schmidt. And funny enough, they failed in the most stupidest way possible. The guy with the headphones got an eat button cupcake. The fat guy with the old guy with the old beard, who's kind of fat, gotten offed by Bonnie in the closet in the most mundane way possible. The guy, the brother of Max, and then the brother of Max got offed by Foxy, and Max, who somehow wound up waltzing into the place. And keep in mind, she had no interest of being a part of this overall. I think she was like generally caring for Mike, but the aunt convinced her otherwise. So Max, as innocent as she was, she died in the most stupidest way possible, and may I just say mediocre at the point of that. She died by waltzing into the area where Freddy was at, and then she was trying to take a peek, and then the child's hand came out, and you know, her body got chopped in half. I call bull on that one. Ain't no way that's supposed to happen in the game. I thought they were gonna just pull the old hickaroo and then just not see that and just have her eyes gouged out. That's too graphic. Why am I imagining this? Oh shoot, I forgot to say there's massive spoilers in this video, so just please be warned if you haven't seen the movie. If you have, then just start like a riot in the comment section below. I will be happy to fight back with what I can. Anyway, we cut forward to like I think half the movie. Mike takes Abby. Well, Abby wanted to go with Mike to the job, and then Mike was calling Max, and then when you know it, Max is dead. Mike wound up taking Abby to the pizzeria where Freddy and the others are standing still, and then Mike had Abby in the office, and they both fell asleep. And then Abby gets woken up by something that came in the door while Mike was asleep. I'm not entirely sure. I thought she was like in danger for a second there. And if I recall correctly, Mike wakes up from that dream again. He was trying to find answers to who took Garrett, Mike's brother, and he wakes up and realizes that Abby was gone, and then he went to go search for Abby, and somehow he found all 4 animatronics gathering around Abby. I thought they were gonna harm her for some reason. Mike did too, and then he comes closer, and then Freddy starts like menacingly walks over to him while Mike's holding the chair. Like, hold on, he had the chair like this. He was ready to fight with the thing, but he just like, I don't know, he decided to just stand there and just stare at Mike for a bit. And that part right there, it got me so incredibly bad. Like, I was trying to keep my excitement. Like, keep in mind, this was 4 AM in the morning, and I was trying to watch the movie, and somehow Abby decided to befriend all 4 animatronics, and I think Mike did too at some point in time. But Mike was still on the hunt for trying to figure out who exactly kidnapped Garrett and then just totally offed him. And Vanessa, who I think is a lovely cop by the way, and a lovely actress who played Vanessa, she did a very good job with the role. Vanessa was trying to warn Mike, or she's trying to warn Mike. She's trying to give him so many warnings that she herself was she almost slipped the truth from her mouth, almost slipped out of it. And then Mike, being the protagonist he is, didn't want to listen, and he decided to just. The thing with Mike, like, as much as I get where he's coming from, he did the most dumbest thing, and that thing is called his aunt over to look after Abby while he is away to try to figure out the answers to his questions. Like, he wanted to go back to the pizzeria, but he didn't want to endanger Abby. I get that, fine, whatever. But he literally didn't have to call the aunt. He could have called anyone else. He could have called another babysitter, but no, he had to call the aunt. Why? To discuss legal terms and just get him sent to court. And then we cut back to Mike going to the pizzeria at daytime. I thought he was gonna go into the night, but yeah, it is what it is. Mike decided to just go back into the dream world and try to figure out who exactly took him. And then he's like, he's there in the dream world, and then he sees his family, and they were all looking at him. And I thought they were gonna like pull the whole same thing again with like the same memory, him being a kid and then reliving that memory. No, they decided to just bait him. If that's gonna be if that's gonna be the case for Mike, then I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like be all up on his business. Like, all 5 kids were like I think like threatening him to just give Abby to them because of, you know, the man behind the slaughter and stuff like that. And I thought he was not gonna take the bait, but as any movie would go, you get tricked, you get nudged into the wrong direction, only to realize you're mistaken and pulled back out of it. And then you just realize that they're gone, and then he starts getting beaten up in the dream world. And then, you know, the thing that confused me is how you managed to get hurt. Like, how you managed to get hurt while you're dreaming. Like, sure, you could get hit, like you could walk up with like a bunch of bruises, you can walk up with like a cricked neck. But the thing that confused me is how the dream world managed to like integrate it and intertwine with the real world. Like the kid with Foxy's hook, literally they just like got him on the arm, then the back of the leg, and then it's like, oh, that's gotta hurt. And then wouldn't you know it, he wakes up in the dream, and he starts to escape. And I thought he was like not gonna make it out. Well, wait. Before he escaped, he was like tied up in the chair, and I thought he was gonna get like the same fate as the first security guard in the first part, with the first few seconds of the movie. And he managed to make it out. And then Abby somehow gets abducted by Golden Freddy. And I don't know how I felt about that. He was like literally like there menacing. He was just standing there menacing again. And the aunt, she got offed, which I'm kind of happy about. She was literally like, she just killed the whole movie. I'm sorry. She's a very good actress, but she kind of just killed the whole vibe of the movie, honestly. And then we get to one of the most coolest scenes in the entirety of the movie scene, is that seeing Corey Kenshin as the taxi driver. Man, it is so it's so cool to actually see him in a movie like any other YouTuber would do. But I don't know, something about Corey. He's the bee's knees, you know. Oh man, shout out to anybody who cast it. Shout out to Scott Cawthon, who I think actually gave Corey the call to be in the movie. I think Markiplier was supposed to be inside the movie too, but he was working on Iron Lung, which also I'm excited about, and I possibly will give like my raw thoughts and opinions of it, like kind of like what I'm doing now. It's just literally off the top of my head, so I'm just going with the flow here. Anywho, all that BS aside, we get to now the climax of the movie. Now, Vanessa took care of Mike while he's wounded, and Vanessa decides to tell him the truth. And wouldn't you know it, she was William Afton. There we go, William Afton's daughter. I did not see that coming. I did not know that was the plot point of the story, and I kind of did forget what the plot point was. I'm not entirely sure. She just threw that out of proportion, and man, it is only gonna get weirder from here on out from my point of view. Then Mike decides to go back to the pizzeria to try and save Abby, and then he was on the right track. I mean, he did pour water on the stage for Freddy, and Bonnie was there. Freddy and Bonnie was like standing, and then he just like went into short circuit mode and stuff like that. Then Chica decided to take Abby to the back rooms where the spring lock was at. And may I tell you, that spring lock thing with like the head and the thing, that was so disturbing. in a good way. And then Chica decides to just like pick up Abby and just put her on the thing. Well, she tried to anyway. She was like fighting her. And then Mike comes in, shoots her with the taser gun straight to the eye too. And I don't know if that's like from a human standpoint, but I think it's kind of like one of the worst ways to go. You just get tased in the eye. Although you would lose an eye. And I only now just thought about that. Mike and Abby decided to make a break for it, but then the cupcake somehow decided to like get his leg. I'm not sure how that thing is like an essential being, but it is an essential being nonetheless. Abby runs out to the middle of the pizzeria where Foxy, him and I have problems. But the way the kid was like looking at him, and then he just walks away into the shadows, and then all of a sudden Foxy decides to emerge from the darkness. That was like one of the most coolest scenes, and like the most coolest transition of anything that I've ever seen before. If I remember correctly, Vanessa came inside the pizzeria and just shot Foxy with the taser gun, and then Mike decided to just he was on the way to Vanessa and Abby, when all of a sudden, wouldn't you know it, ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him, you kind of hate him, William Afton, aka Springjack, decides to break in and then somehow beats Mike to a bloody pulp. But wait, there's more. He lifts the mask and reveals that Stewart was William Afton the whole time. And may I just say, that was kind of that was very mind-boggling to me. Like, I didn't even know how he was like a random guy that was trying to help him out. Clearly, he was the man behind the slaughter. Anyway, I like how that played out. And then all of a sudden he decides to fight back. And then Abby and Mike came up with a plan to show the animatronics what happened to them, and William Afton was the cause of all this. And then they did the plan. Abby went to the wall, drew a picture. Well, first off, William was fighting Vanessa, his daughter, and then he somehow stabs his daughter. Total jerk move, by the way. He stabs his daughter. She was on the ground. She survived. You just get that out of the way. That'll rip the band-aid on it. She survived. That's good. But what happens before that? Kind of gruesome. William Afton was like looking at Abby, and he was trying to piece together what she was trying to do. And then she rips off the paper, which had the yellow bunny with the kids, who was playing with the kids. Total fit, by the way. And replaced it with the yellow bunny again that she drew. And the yellow bunny was holding the knife, and pointing at the kids, and the kids were sad. And William figured out what they had done, and then Mike turned on the lights, and then turned on the only light that shines on that picture, and all the animatronics and start surrounding William Afton, to the point where the cupcake decides to rip a piece of his suit. Then the spring locks. I didn't think we were gonna get the actual spring lock thing like in FNaF 3, where I played through it and then witnessed that death of William Afton. It was like so gruesome, and it's like I'm glad they didn't like show the like actual body parts, but just seeing the spring locks like chip in and the blood gushing out, it was so incredibly gruesome, like to the point where I was like, this is my reaction right here. I was holding my mouth, my jaw was open, but I was holding my mouth just to like keep myself from just like flipping out. Like, that was one of the most gruesome deaths of any death I've ever seen. Man, I really wish I had footage to show you to you guys, but I kind of don't, because of the old copyright system, and I gotta respect the copyright stuff. Like, I gotta respect the movie, and I gotta respect Coughlin and everything. But if you had to see it for yourself. If you haven't, just go watch it. And then all four animatronics decide to just drag him away, and then the whole building crumbles apart. Mike, Vanessa, and Abby all three of them just survived to get out of there. And then everything is all sunshine and rainbows, and Abby is now making friends, and Mike is doing supposedly well, I think. They went to go to pit stop to go visit Vanessa, which is totally recording me, by the way. They had her like all hooked up and everything, and she's doing fine. And then at the end of the movie, we go back to the pizzeria, which is all crumpled up and destroyed from the inside. And the kid who was looking at William Afton's dying body, and like I didn't think he was going to still be alive. I thought he would just be dead at the standpoint. And then at the movie cuts to black, and they decided they would have to pull a funny move and put one of the Living Tombstone songs at the credit. What did you know? A song that was from 9 years in the making decided to just make an appearance in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Would you believe it? All in all, this was a very enjoyable movie from beginning to end. I enjoyed every second of it. Sure, there was like some parts of it that's like nitpicky, but hey, I'm just here to enjoy the show, you know? If you guys have seen the movie too, then I would like to hear what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. I would like to hear you guys' opinions on it. And then this was a really fun movie overall. I mean, I guess they were trying to have fun with it overall. I didn't think it would actually come a day that an actual movie would be released, and this video will be released on Halloween Day, so good news for that, I suppose. But that's it for me. That's possibly my my thoughts and opinions on it. This is like a very fun video to do, and I possibly will do another one when Iron Lung comes out. I'm not entirely sure when it's gonna come out, but I would like to try something again like this in the future. If you guys want to see more stuff where I just talk about my thoughts and like or just overall feelings about the movie, then just like let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing and leaving a like in general. And I guess that's it for me. I ran out of words, so I just ran out of time. Thank you guys so much for peeping this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, leave your thoughts in the comments below about your movie and what you think about it overall. Did you like it? Did you not? I was very on the mixed reviews about the Rotten Tomatoes, but the audience review is like 89%, so that's good, I suppose. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I've been Majora, and I'll see you guys for whatever I do next. Take care, and peace.